Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel, and to be honest, I'm suffering from a summer cold, so my voice isn't all what it should be. Anyway, there hasn't been a lot of news for Star Citizen this week, but the most interesting news is the reveal on the RSI website of a new ship. It's actually not for sale, it's not a new concept ship, but it's one of those ships which was leaked in the recent leak several weeks ago. It's the new Vandal Void Bomber, and if you go to the RSI website you can read all the details on that ship. Now, it's quite a big ship. I think it's about 124 metres. I do expect to actually see more of the Vandal ships going forward. Whether they will go up for sale eventually, but they probably will, I guess. But of course a lot of them are being kept back for Squadron 42. Now, one ship which was announced, which will be flyable in, when Arena Commander Star Citizen gets the Star Marine patch, whenever, is the Vandal Scythe. Now, this is a ship which also won't be for sale because only 300 were sold originally to early backers. This was purely as a reward for backing the game. It doesn't mean that the Scythe is a uber fantastic ship. But anyway, what they're doing, they've been getting it ready to be flyable by humans, and it should be interesting. Now, for most people, they will be able to fly the Scythe in forthcoming free fly weeks, or if you're a subscriber, and I believe it's probably the Imperator subscriber, which I happen to be one, you do get a badge for so many days of flying the Scythe. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to check out what the Vandal Scythe is like to fly. It's well worth checking out the full version of this work in progress video on the RSI website. Now, Lisa Ohanian, in her ship shape section in Around the Verse, spoke about getting the Vandal Scythe ready to fly for humans.
In updating the Scythe, we've been doing three things. Number one, upgrading the damage system. This isn't very exciting or Vandal specific. We've been doing this for a lot of our older ships, but it's something we're working on. Number two, creating the HUD for this ship. And number three, refitting the cockpit for human usage. So one of the first things that we tried to determine when figuring out how to do the HUD and the cockpit refitting is who is actually making these changes to the ship. We figured it would fit best with the fiction if it was done by a company such as Anvil Aerospace, since they do a lot of contracting with the military, and it would be more likely for the military to capture a Vandal ship and refit it for their own purposes rather than some other random ship company. So we tried to keep the aesthetics and look at the style guide for this company in mind as we move forward with these changes.
This month's flair item for subscribers is a model of the Avenger. And here it is in my hangar, and it looks very nice indeed. Last week I spoke about potential changes to the cockpit of the Retaliator. Now, I don't know if any changes are going to happen, but in Around the Verse, Luke Davis, one of the artists from Foundry 42, spoke about his work on the Retaliator.
And the Retaliator, its current status, it's getting its LODs added to it, it's getting it, after which it's going to move on to get its damage states done, then it'll move on to sunny California to our studio in LA, and it'll have tech design look at it, make it flight ready, they'll send it back to us, we'll have our talented VFX team look at it and have a pass on the weapons and the damage.
Awesome. I mean, I could speak for the rest of QA when I hope I can anyway, when I say we can't wait to get our hands on the Retaliator, start flying it round and start, well, basically blowing it up so much that it gives you guys an extra headache.
I hope so. Yeah.
To view the full versions of the videos in this week's episode, please follow the links in the description and in the videos itself. Now, on Reverse to Verse, Travis Day answered some questions on the current state of the forthcoming Star Marine FPS module?
FPS, will there be a level where we fight outside the space station? Not on first release, but one of the things that we really want to do is get, well, it's kind of the vision for Arena Commander V3 is to get the FPS and the Arena Commander, like space combat, together at last. And so those two things coming together will be in some scenario that could potentially be outside the space station, but not necessarily.
It'll be your choice whether or not you want to go outside the space station.
Do we plan on having big 64-player maps at some point? At some point, yes, we'll obviously have to, because we want to get a high player count on our per server basis, but on initial launch, the largest that we'll have is 32 players. Will there be over-penetration of bullets? Can you shoot through cover and people? Actually, not at the first release, but yes, absolutely. In subsequent releases, we'll be using the same physically based damage system that we do on ships, so yes, that will be made possible.
Yeah.
So FPS, how well is start, stop, and juke shaking out? Actually, that's one of our primary areas of focus right now, is getting that feeling right. It's coming along very well. One of the lead programmer at Ilphonic has just wrapped the engineering changes that were requested. Now we're hooking up all the different motion capture assets that we've shot in the UK, and it's feeling much better. It's looking really cool. So it's kind of fun in that it feels responsive and quick, but with a little bit of weight to it. And then at the same time, from a third-person perspective, like, you know, if another player's looking at another player, it has the cool fluidity of motion that a game like, say, classically a third-person game like Uncharted or Assassin's Creed would have.
Well, that's just a few of the interesting questions put to Travis Day in Reverse the Verse. And remember to check out the full video. Now, I don't think we're probably going to see the FPS Star Marine module for a while yet. I think they're still trying to get over some of the blocking bugs, and also they're still integrating the animations from the motion capture in London for Squadron 42. But anyway, when we do get it, I'm sure it's going to be of a better quality than what it was if it had been released a while ago. Anyway, that's my picks of the news this week. Hopefully I'll get rid of this cold in the next week, but I'm going to spend the next week watching all that exciting news from E3. Always an exciting time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll leave you with this Hornet Ghost getting totally blown apart. Some awesome old damage states, but really good. Anyway, until next time, remember, you never know what's going to come through that jump point. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.